Calgary Flames have been on a roll, and they've been successful while shorthanded. Mikael Backlund, MacKenzie Weegar, and Joel Farabee all missed the last game, but we have a massive injury update ahead of tonight's tilt versus the Seattle Kraken, so things just took a major turn in a positive way. Plus, with the playoff race heating up, we take a look at the standings and some important upcoming games. We're going to get into all that and more in this video, but first I want to welcome you to Flames Digest. I'm Mark Griffith. If you're new around here and you love the Flames, make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest news, updates, reports, and rumors revolving around your Calgary Flames. We would love to welcome you to the Flames Digest family. Thank you guys so much for the support lately. Absolutely love the Flames Digest community. What a wonderful community it is of Flames fans representing here on YouTube. But let's get into this injury update. You know, things, when you get that many players injured, things can take a major turn if you get them all back. But will the Flames be getting all of those players back? Find out in just a second here. With this, so several Calgary Flames are expected to return to the lineup tonight. Little article here from Colton Panko. And as you can see, the man on the thumbnail of this video, the cover of this article, MacKenzie Weegar, it is good news. It was kind of a last second sort of, I'm not going to play tonight thing with Weegs last game against the New York Islanders on the weekend. It seems like forever ago that we played. Maybe because it was a matinee game, an afternoon game on Saturday. It feels like it really has been forever. Why couldn't we fit in the makeup LA Kings game in there somewhere? But either way, it was weird that Weegar kind of, last second wasn't going to play. Farabee got sick at the last second, and as we know, Backlund has been hurt for quite a while. And if you think of all the injuries the Flames have gone through this season, to be at the place where they're at with the expectations they had, it's really, really quite remarkable. But let's dive in here. So, despite battling injuries as of late, the Flames have won 3 in a row, including a 4-3 win over the New York Islanders on Saturday. It was an extremely impressive win, given that Mikael Backlund, MacKenzie Weegar, and Joel Farabee were all out of the lineup. Farabee missed the game due to illness, but was able to return to practice yesterday, indicating he'll be back in the lineup this evening. As for Weegar, he was a late scratch due to a lower body injury and was absent from practice just yesterday. That said, head coach Ryan Huska seemed confident he'd be ready to rock tonight. So already, seems like Farabee's back in, Weegar's back in. What about Backlund? Well, we'll get into that in a second. MacKenzie's day today, Huska said after practice on Monday, of course yesterday. My gut says we'll see him tomorrow, but we'll see how things go. Obviously, you don't want to press an injury, especially if it's easily aggravatable. There's probably a better word for that. My dad's definitely going to text me as soon as he watches this and telling me the right word to say. Thank you, Dad. But either way, MacKenzie Weegar, if it's an injury that, can easily be re-aggravated, is that the better word? I don't know. I'm just getting so off topic now. Either way, you don't want him to play injured is what I'm trying to get at here. Don't play until he's fully healthy, even though we really need him in this playoff push. Getting both Farabee and Weegar back into the lineup would be a huge bonus for a Flames team fighting for the final wildcard position in the Western Conference, and they may not be the only two faces ready to return. Ooh. After missing 5 games with an upper body injury, Flames captain Mikael Backlund returned to practice on Monday. It's a positive sign for the 36-year-old who had been deemed week to week. Only missing 5 games and potentially 6 with tonight's ain't too bad for an injury that was supposed to be quite a bit worse. Part of us leaving him in Calgary was so he could get as much care as we could possibly give him instead of having him on planes and trains and automobiles. What a movie! Shout out to my dad again. He loves that movie. Huska said, I know he worked really hard. It was nice to see him on the ice. Hopefully it continues to progress him along. It's another step in the right direction. So that is fantastic news. The Flames are getting healthy at a time where they absolutely need to be healthy. So I actually do have an update that shows all of them all in one little tweet here from good old Pat Steinberg. So Flames get duo, not trio, back versus Kraken. Looks like Mikael Backlund will not return tonight versus Seattle, so no captain. He's working late after an optional skate with Dryden Hunt and Braden Pahal. Those will be the scratches. So Hunt out, Pahal out with Farabee and Weegar coming back in. Great play by Miramanov lately. He's really deserved a spot over these last few games here. But obviously Backlund still out. So Weegar and Farabee back in after missing Saturday. Dustin Wolf starts in net tonight. And what a better segue. I couldn't come up with one coming into tonight's game, of course. We've talked about it a lot. It's all that matters right now. Day by day, game by game, the Flames host the Seattle Kraken at the Dome tonight. They'll be wearing the Blasty jerseys, dark mode as they call it on social media. And this is a very winnable game. Seattle's a team that has slipped. They don't have the strongest lineup. They've had a few injuries over the year as well. And this is a game the Flames have to win if they want to stay in this playoff race, because if we check the cheeky little standings here, it's not great. The Flames have slipped to 2 spots out of the wild card, the second wild card spot there, because the Canucks last night won again in a late tying goal. I believe it was Pia Suter. He got the tying one there against Jacob Markstrom. Markstrom is doing no favors to, the Flames right now. Well, I guess he did kind of lose to the Flames, but he also lost to his other former team, the Canucks. Tough way to lose that one. It sucked, as the Canucks did win in a shootout, leapfrogging the Flames with 78 points. Flames still at 77, but we do have 2 games in hand on them. The Blues obviously still 4 points up on the Flames, but the Flames do have 3 games in hand on the Blues. And actually an even more important game, well, just as important as the Flames game tonight, is the Blues game, as they are facing the Montreal Canadiens. And it's not often that Flames fans say this, but we will be full on cheering for the Habs tonight over in St. Louis. It's going to be a crazy matchup in a way. It's 2 kind of hot teams gunning for a wild card spot. They're both in the second wild card spot in their respective conferences. Both been great since the Four Nations face-off break. The Habs, they just keep finding ways to win, or at least make games go out of regulation. They love a Daryl Sutter point. Now, as we know, the Blues are just, pretty much just a freight train at this point, a wrecking ball just picking up wins. So hopefully the Habs can shut down the Blues tonight and help the Flames out. But more importantly, we have to get the win tonight to really remain in this playoff race. Every game matters, and it's going to come down to the wire, but every game matters. So you gotta beat the Kraken. Let's wrap up this video with the comment of the day, as we love to do here on the channel. No, this has been a bit of a quicker video, but that's all right. They can't all be just me blabbing on forever. So we have a comment that got 14 likes from yesterday's video. It comes from Sean. Sean said, Bedard on the Flames would most definitely make the Flames a team to be reckoned with. 100% facts. I think you'd do that for most teams, but 100% facts. Here's to hoping to get Bedard on the Flames. Absolutely. It goes after these crazy offer sheet talks that have been, just infecting Flames media over the past few days. And Bedard, it's a name that could go out there. I think Chicago might match absolutely anything that any team throws at them for Bedard, but you just never know. The fact that it's an option out there is just something fun to think about. Do I think there's even a 1% chance that Bedard becomes a Flame 2 off seasons from now? No, it's less than a 1% chance, but there's still a chance, and it's fun to think about. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe like you saw here today, and have a wonderful rest of your day.